Hello, everyone. Welcome to Vonnie Research Station. That was the most annoying voice ever. Whatever. From Outset Gaming, which is also my clan. Yeah, shut up, Saber. No, we love you, Saber. From Outset Gaming, which is my clan, it is the blue Protoss player, Apocalypse. I believe his girlfriend's in the chat. I think maybe. Let me make sure I was correct. Maybe I was wrong. And his opponent, who is the owner of Dust Gaming. In the bottom spawn position, the red Protoss player, DreamS. Now he's the owner and founder. Cool. That quick Google search, man, saved everything. Tonight we have such an active chat, I can't keep up with it, and you guys speak in paragraph form, which no one should ever do. So, what? Oh yeah, there's a grill in the chat, obviously. I mean, what type of grill is it? Because there's a lot of different types of grills out there, guys. You got your standard metal grill, and maybe you got some slightly stainless steel grills, but you know, there's always the possibility of a true beef grill. We'll have to see, guys. DreamS opening up to a simulator. Well, Apocalypse is also doing the same, just kind of slightly funky timings for both of these guys. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Saber whispers things into my ear. I can't. Nothing I say is ASL's, whatever it's called. Whatever guys put up on their Twitch, or on their Twitter. Like nothing I say it's all me. It's nothing to do with ASL. But guys, DreamS is going for a super early scout. His opponent, Apocalypse, has not scouted yet, looking for proxy pylons, but DreamS going for that quick scout, seeing what he can see. We'll scout everything. Sees a pretty normal base, but 3 probes into each of those simulators means Stargate, because that was an expert analysis right there. Obviously, I see the Stargate there, but, you know, things happen. And that's going to be completely scouted for DreamS. This is not a situation you want to be in as a Protoss player. If it's Phoenixes, you don't want them to have any idea it's coming. If it's Oracle, you don't want them to have any idea it's coming. If it's Tempest, you still don't want them to have any idea it's coming. So this is going to be an interesting thing out of Apocalypse. While his opponent, DreamS, which Apocalypse is scouted, is doing much more standard robo, which is fine for your opponent to scout. It's fine. The mothership core will probably kill that probe, and actually, I believe you are a Apocalypse grill is the more official term. But now we're seeing the Stargate not being. Oh, what the crap! DreamS cancels the robo, makes it Twilight, but the probe sees it. So you know we're not going to be sure what's going on here. DreamS though playing quite confidently, making a good decision. I think Robo would have been okay, but it will be Phoenix out of Apocalypse. Now, I like Twilight Council now because I'm actually realizing that in my head. Yet at the same time, it's going to be a little bit dicey. Apocalypse is going to invest a lot into this Phoenix production, which is going to be great, but against Blinkstalker, Phoenixes can negate a few of them, but they can't necessarily negate the Immortal that's going to hit him. So both players are kind of taking an aggressive posture, but neither are not necessarily going to be able to make it really happen. Yes, Phoenixes Stargate a little bit more defensive, but man, you can get pretty aggressive with Phoenixes. If I'm just going to be honest here and go against what Saber and Trigonal think. Blink was spotted working on Apocalypse, sees that, sees no Robo, and is just pumping out more Phoenixes. Still, neither player's taken a natural base, which is okay. They're a little bit worried, they're hesitant. They're still in that game where Apocalypse could put some pressure on, so could his opponent DreamS, but now DreamS taking his natural base. I'm really actually excited to see how this is going to work out. We see Templar Archives for DreamS, which is fine. You can feedback, you can storm. This is a little bit unorthodox. This is going to come purely down to micro, quite honestly. It's not necessarily going to be a build order win. It's going to come down to the micro. Does Apocalypse spot the High Templar? Yes, he does. 3 Phoenixes are enough to start working away at probes, to start working away at whatever they went to, or whatever they want to. 3 Stalkers, though, with Blink, is going to be enough to defend this. Remember, you can get Archons out of Templar Archives, so this could potentially be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what DreamS is going to do out of this. It's a little unorthodox, and on the other hand, It very well may could work. Very well may. 2-3 feedbacks go down. Doesn't quite kill them, but Blink is done. These Stalkers are now going to start having the opportunity to take those shots. Apocalypse still not taking a natural base. Pumping out an Immortal. He's playing it safe, but I think a little too safe. Another Immortal coming out, and he's going for the aggression. One cool thing if you're going Phoenix is, obviously this is the defensive argument with Stargate, is you can simply pick up your opponent's units. If they got a big Immortal you don't want to deal with, you just keep picking it up. So we're going to see how that's going to work out, where DreamS is actually defendant. Remember, this is 8 minutes into the game. There's no Storm. Templar Archives, yes. But this is going to be an expensive composition. Stalker Templar is like one of the most expensive you can get without just doing Void Ray. A couple probes do go down. Hopefully getting that High Templar right there. Oh wait, maybe they scouted the High Templar. Goes killed the High Templar. But four Phoenixes will be targeted down. The Stalkers do have Blink. The feedbacks have done a lot of damage. But now, I mean, desperately, DreamS needs an Archon, needs a Sentry, needs to be able to hold this ramp. And all 4 Stalkers moving out for DreamS, looking for an angle on the Phoenixes, but not going to happen. No Sentry, no nothing. This is going to be a dicey move. Mothership Core does Photon Overcharge, but Phoenix is picking up Stalkers. Sniping them, we see a Robo a couple seconds away for DreamS, and is going down. Yeah, right now I'm really liking DreamS play, but can he make it work? Natural base for DreamS is a lot quicker. Cancels his double assimilators, which I think is okay to do. He definitely needs the mineral income to be able to keep this up. Currently, it is 34 to 31 workers, but that's very even. The Photon Overcharge is still down, working on Immortals, but dang, 3 Immortals is aggressive. GG. Apocalypse takes game 1 in this best of 3. Welcome back, guys, to the second game in this best of 3. Currently, in the top right-hand corner, from Outset Gaming, the blue Protoss player, currently up a game, it is Apocalypse. And his opponent in the top left-hand corner, the owner of Dust Gaming, representing Dust Gaming, the red Protoss player, none other than DreamS. And just to say really quickly, Kamatiazo, I think, is out camping. Or no, that's what he normally does. He's out doing something, so he's not here. I want to say camping, yet I don't want to say camping at the same time. So he's somewhere, sadly not here, and he'll be back soon. So don't worry, guys. My keyboard just... Oh, no. My computer's back. Cool. He's fighting crime in another city. Basically, Kamatiazo's back. Batman. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's a cool guy. Very cool guy. We see Apocalypse scouting in the bottom right-hand corner, playing it safe. It's kind of intriguing. I don't know if I'd say playing it safe. He is going 3 into each gas. Maybe he's going for a proxy. I highly doubt it. I think this is just a straight up quick scout. We see DreamS, though. His straight up, not so quick scout will scout Apocalypse much quicker. He'll have the better information, but still, it's pretty early in the game. You want to hit a little bit after the cybernetics core is down, and that's going to tell you the most out of what you need to know with a PvP matchup. And that's what we're almost seeing. Maybe like a minute later would be fine, the 30-minute mark for DreamS. But there, gets in, gets the full scout. And now, Apocalypse, shaking his fist in the air in anger, will be scouting the top left-hand corner last. Stalker's going to be out in time to hopefully do the stutter step. And DreamS has the Zealot out. I just realized you could stutter step, and it just kind of blew my mind. I don't know. We'll have to see. Zealot will be ready in there. Work starting to do its work. Stalker coming out. Should be able to deny it. And that's going to be important. 2 gates is nothing to shake a stick at. Can't believe I just used that right there, but it's definitely nothing to shake a stick at. It could be... Now, okay, if you saw 1 gate come down at 19, 1 gate come down at like 22 or 23, it would just be a safe expand. But that is not the case. 2 gates came down quickly, and this is looking like either a 3-gate pressure, which can easily go into an expand, or a 4-gate, which is not quite as expandy. That's a word. DreamS setting up 2 proxy pylons. Apocalypse spots one of them with a mothership core and a stalker, but now DreamS is coming in with his stalker and a zealot. It's going to be a little bit dicey. He needs to take out this mothership core, and oh yeah, he knows he's got to get out of there. But that gateway is finishing. Was that a 10 gate, by the way, for DreamS? I don't think I was paying enough attention, but I think that was a 10 gate. We're going to go with the 10 gate, guys. DreamS pushing back the forces of Apocalypse. He's got to be careful, but 4 stalkers, 5 stalkers can deal with the mothership core. I'm going to say it's a 10 gate. I'm almost positive about that. DreamS has a pylon now on the high ground, and he can shoot up. He's only got to get 1 hit off on this stalker of Apocalypse, and it'll go down. What? Is there enough? And oh, 1 stalker gets up. It should be able to make it. It sees the low health stalker. It's going for blood. 4 zealots warped in on the high ground. We'll be able to push back everything from Apocalypse. I will remind you, currently, Apocalypse is up 1 game in this series. So, if DreamS wins this, he'll tie it up 1-1 like last series. Snipes a pylon, going for another one. Mothership core is dead, but now here's the Immortal. Problem is, at this stage in the game, 5 zealots so easily will run through this Immortal. Desperately trying to kite here, but I think this is probably GG. Currently, Apocalypse is supply blocked, and DreamS is in a fantastic position. They're even on the same amount of workers. Apocalypse playing this beautifully, or sorry, DreamS playing this beautifully. Apocalypse getting a little bit caught off guard by this 10 gate, but still, he's not giving up. He does have the Immortal count out, but loses Immortal at his ramp. These 5 zealots will be able to help out, reinforce these stalkers, and positively slaughter. GG. DreamS takes game 2. Welcome back, guys, to the 3rd game in this best of 3. Currently, this is Vanguard League, round of 16, Group B. We're in the bottom part of the group. Half of that bottom, in the bottom right-hand corner, from Outset Gaming, the blue Protoss player with his fans in the chat, it is Apocalypse. In the top left-hand corner, from Dust Gaming, we have the red Protoss player, DreamS. Oh yeah. DreamS going out for a quick scout, making sure there's no proxies on his side of the map, being very careful, and just doing the general careful Protoss deal. Terraform is a map I have not seen that many PvPs on, so I'm actually really excited to see what may happen. It's very good and very fun to watch ZVZs, TVT map. And I want to say it's fun for PvPs, but because not necessarily Protoss is deathball-y in PvP, it can be very deathball-y, but there's different ways you can play Protoss. Zealot Archon, doing like warp-ins around the map, maybe going Stargate into some Robo, but there's a lot of really unique things you can do on this map, and expose that you could not in a different map as Protoss. So I'm very excited to see these 2 players, how they've played in games 1 and 2, honestly switching it up a bit and trying some new things. Guys, let's see what's going to happen here. So far, both players opening up about the same way, but we've seen that in both games, just deviating at the end. Let me make sure this isn't a 10 gate this time. Yep, made sure. Stalker first for Apocalypse, while Mothership Core first for DreamS. A little bit more defensive, a little bit more, I want to be safe. I'm a little bit worried about aggression going into this. But for now, Apocalypse scouts it, sees everything, and says, you know what? Pretty even, man. We're one of the same heart. We're 2 peas in a pod. So for now, both players not being aggressive, but we see our first lovely deviation from Apocalypse doing a Twilight Council. I was about to say Apocalypse, which I don't know how that works, but it could work. It could be a thing. Apocalypse decided to do Twilight Council, and his opponent equally doing Twilight Council. This is an interesting decision. This is 1-1, game 3, not a decider match for who gets out of the tournament. But, on the other hand, it's game 3, so this is where you feel confident. Twilight Council is a little bit later for DreamS, but like I was mentioning, this is a confident play here, and Apocalypse is going to have a couple more Stalkers and slightly faster Blink. So overall, a slight lead for Apocalypse here, but let's see how he really actually is able to capitalize and execute it. Robe of Dreams going into the main base, and it's gonna pretty much see like, oh hey, two peas in the same pod, like I said. Gonna see everything. Scouts the gates, scouts the Twilight, scouts the Chrono on the Twilight. This is about the best possible scout you can get as a Protoss player. It only gets better if your probe can get away. Look at it. No, it's, yeah. I was like, wait, no, you're not going to do it, are you? Yeah, it's not going to get away, sadly. The ship core of Apocalypse is slightly later, but that was just because it's kind of different build here for Apocalypse. It's getting out a Stalker for first, couple Stalkers. It was actually, I'd like to say, a 3-Stalker opening. DreamS, on the other hand, getting Blink, but he's got a Mothership core with a full Photon Overcharge, 1 Stalker, and not much else, but is getting Robo Bay. It's a little bit more of a defensive overall posture for DreamS, which I think is completely fine, but he's now going to have to defend Apocalypse. Probe setting across the map, hoping to get down that pylon, but a key thing to note here, Apocalypse is not Scout of the Twilight Council for DreamS, so he's keeping that Mothership core at home. He doesn't know if it's a Stargate Expand, doesn't know if it's, even a DT Rush. So he's going to stay at home and not send the full army over, which he, on the other hand, may want to be able to blink up to the high ground. But he's not going to have that because his Mothership core is at home. 3 Stalkers knocking on the door of DreamS. The 3 Stalkers. Mothership core here, though, is... And the Photon Overcharge down goes down preemptively, actually. Ooh, I don't know if that was the best choice here. It will buy DreamS enough time, though, to get down an Immortal and get some of these Stalkers out. So I'm happy about that. Currently, it's 5 to 5 Stalkers, 22 to 24 workers. It's pretty darn even here. DreamS is getting out an Immortal, and I think that's going to be enough to push this back. Both players have Blink, so this is going to come down to the Micra, but those Immortals punch very hard. Also, the defender's advantage of only like a base or 2, but now attack's going on. DreamS desperately blinks back, loses a Stalker, but will push back Apocalypse. Sentry now coming out of DreamS, playing ultra safe, and Apocalypse taking his natural base, which I think is fantastic. He's got his opponent on... I don't even know if I want to say contain, but he's got his opponent on the defensive back foot, which is fantastic. Only with 5 Stalkers or 6 Stalkers outside of his base. To the 5 Stalkers, a Sentry, and an Immortal for DreamS. There's now, again, a Photon Overcharge ready, so he's okay. There's no more aggression coming out of Apocalypse. Apocalypse himself going into the Robo Bay. It's going to be slightly later, but hopefully DreamS will get out that quick Robotics Bay. I always mix up Robo Facility and Bay. Currently, they both have Robo Facilities. DreamS is slightly faster Immortals, so maybe he'll get a slightly faster Robotics Bay. Yet on the other hand, the natural base of Apocalypse is quicker. Apocalypse has got to be careful moving up that ramp. 2 Immortals easily can punish these Stalkers, and actually taking a little bit of a big punch in the face. I know those contradicted each other, but it works. DreamS blinking forward will start to snipe off a lot of what Apocalypse has, and I'm a little worried now. Thankfully for Apocalypse, natural base will be done in time for a Photon Overcharge, but currently, DreamS is looking quite powerful with double Immortal. 34 to 29 army supply in favor of DreamS, but still, Zitka, let's see how it's going to play out. I don't know how well Apocalypse can defend the natural, but it's going to be a Photon Overcharge almost for sure. Maybe not, though. Maybe he's saving up for the Time Warp. If it's 1v1, Time Warp definitely can do that. It does reduce, I think attack speed also. I know speed in general, but that can affect it by a lot. Oh, but actually Mothership core is caught out of position. Stalkers blink forward, snipe it, and that was almost completely worth it. That was a 200, or I guess 120 energy now, Mothership core for him. For Apocalypse here, but now Apocalypse has his natural base down. Still relatively close worker-wise. That's because DreamS, he's getting out of DT Shrine, getting out of Warp Prism. This is potentially going to look a little hairy for both these players. DreamS is not of his Mothership core with him, though, which is almost what I would like to... Wait, does he actually have his Mothership core with him? Come on, where are you? Oh, no, in the back of the main base for DreamS. So, no Time Warp, no run home, no Time Warp maybe on the natural base mineral line, but for right now, doesn't quite matter because DreamS, he's looking aggressive and he don't care about no income. Moving in a large amount of units here. 4 Immortals, the 4 Immortals though. Defender's advantage for Apocalypse is good, and nice force fields. 1 Stalker will blink out of the way, and now it's getting hairy here. 2 Zealots will go down. A little bit better trade for DreamS. The Zealots are really important in PvP because they force your opponent to use their blink, which is always good to do if they're not just like amazing micro people. But DT Shrine, 20 seconds away. In Apocalypse, he does have an observer, but easily sniped. Yet, on the other hand of that argument, DreamS does not have an observer, so he cannot snipe it. We'll have to see how it pans out. There is the Warp Prism, though, so let's see how that's going to be utilized. 2 Zealots in the Warp Prism and 2 DTs. The goal of this attack is going to be able to push Apocalypse back into his main. Maybe we'll see the Photon Overcharge, but then the Observer will have to pull back. I'd like to see a DT with DreamS Army, just to maybe account for that. But now, Apocalypse pushing forward, uses 2 Force Fields, need them actually as much as he wanted, but DreamS now has to pull back, and DreamS is in a scary position. We've got to be so careful with the micro, but at the same time, in the main of Apocalypse, seeing DreamS go for that drop, 2 DTs going down, actually a 3rd DT, I guess, going down around the Immortal, or my bad, Little Facility, and going as fast as they can to cancel this Robotic Facility. Still is no Observer in the main base, so these DTs will have free reign. Warp Prism should get out of there. Natural base going down for DreamS. 2 workers were killed, but that Robotics Facility was sniped. Warp Prism also sniped. If there's still one of those DTs who, I mean, he believes in himself, but sadly, Apocalypse did not. I guess Apocalypse believed in him, just believed that he would kill him. Both players, not completely even. It's gone back and forth a lot. Apocalypse is up by 6 workers. Yet, he's kind of on his toes now. He's really caused a lot of damage into that, he's caused damage right there. So, it's a little scary for Apocalypse. He's got to get a Forge up. He's going to commit to some cannons, which may allow a little bit of a lead to come out of DreamS, but we'll have to see. DreamS is playing very aggressively, and I'm liking this from him, but he's got to be careful not to overcommit. He's only got 1 sentry and no mama with this force, so potentially overcommit. And we'll have to see. Overall, Apocalypse is doing quite well. Let's see how it works out. Apocalypse is also getting charge, and then we'll see how this works. 5, 6 Immortals now. DreamS has not put quite as much into Immortals. Put all that gas and stuff into DTs, but down to some positioning. Stalkers blink to the back, and now beautiful Force Fields actually catch 1 Immortal out of position. But there's the Observer on top of DreamS, or top of Apocalypse's army. I'd like to see another DT, like I was mentioning, force the 1 Observer back into the main with that DT drop, and a 1 DT with the main army, and that's actually what we're seeing. 3 DTs are going to be pretty hard to kill, and actually they will be going for an Immortal, which I don't think is the best idea because the Observer's right there. That is a lot of gas wasted right there, and DreamS himself thinks it GG!
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.